It may be the first day of spring, but it will be chilly at Hollywood Casino over the weekend.
See what you did there. The annual Chili and Chowder Cook-Off returns Saturday. The event will feature dishes from home chefs and Bangor's popular restaurants.
The cook-off benefits the Muscular Dystrophy Association of Northern New England, an organization that Bangor firefighters raise tens of thousands of dollars for each year.
The chefs at Husson University have been big winners with chili and chowder in the past years, and they hope to add more trophies to their collection in 2024.
So we have our annual Chili and Chowder Cook-Off coming up, presented by Hollywood Casino to benefit the Muscular Dystrophy Association of Northern New England. It's one of our most popular events.
It's fun all the way through. We usually start 2 or 3 days beforehand, slow cook it, prep it. We try to involve the whole staff. We bring them in. Younger cooks will help prep it up. We'll touch base on it. Everybody will taste it.
Admission is $10, and that includes unlimited tastings of chili and chowder.
Good deal there. The event starts at 5 o'clock Saturday, again at Hollywood Casino. Oh, been there to that event multiple times. So good.
I swear you're about to hear my stomach rumbling. My pickup on my